7,000.
A visit to Garki Market confirmed that food prices have decreased by 10 to 20% across the board. These according to Alhaji Abubakar Usman, a trader who deals in staple food items such as rice, beans, millet, among others.
Back on beans, before we buy on 140, 150, now 100, 90, 95. Ultimo rice, we sell them 90,000 before, now it become 80.
The price of a basket of tomatoes, for example, has decreased from 7,000 naira to 9,000 naira to 3,500 naira to 4,000 naira, depending on one's bargaining power. Sweet potatoes now sell for 2,000 naira, down from 3,000 naira, while a basket of onions costs 3,000 naira.
You are really putting it in the right perspective, because if you had asked me this question like maybe 2 weeks ago, I would have told you that it's outrageous. But from my experience today, especially, prices of things have really calmed down. Yes, it may not really be the much we want, but it's still better than what it used to be.
A food vendor, MM Marcus, says prices depend on the season and government intervention.
So concerning the food stuff prices, I would say some things are coming down while some things are going up. And also I would say based on seasons, like at the moment we have tomatoes on the low side, it's sold for 3,000 naira. Beans, as of December we bought for 2,300, and right now it is about 1,600 per mudu. So for me, I would say the government is trying, and also I think seasons too have changed. Like onions in December, I bought a basket for 9,000, 10,000. As we speak, so onions is sold for 3,500, 4,000.
As Ramadan continues, it is expected that prices will decline further, providing more relief to consumers. Vivian Izadefi, NTA News. The federal government has announced its decision to target illegal and corrupt cooperative societies in the country. The Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security stated that the government plans to implement significant reforms in the regulation of cooperative societies. Musa Babalu has more.
Records indicate that as of 2023, there were 30 million Nigerians belonging to different cooperative societies. The societies have been playing a significant role in micro and small businesses in the country, contributing more than 300 million naira to the economy annually. Managing and regulating the cooperatives is under the purview of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. The Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Ali Sabi Abdullahi, was at the Federal Cooperative College in Kaduna to address managers and trustees of various societies in the country.
We aim to bring innovation by first innovating, revitalizing the sector to restore confidence in the masses and bring back the glory of the cooperative movement as the first republic in the economic development of Nigeria.
He decried cases of fraud and manipulation of members by some organizations.
Many of you are aware that there are fake cooperative societies who scam our citizens in the guise of providing cooperative service. We definitely are taking it very seriously. Indeed, the days of fake cooperative societies is gone, and we are taking measures to bring sanity into the cooperative ecosystem.
The minister noted that the reform will refocus on review and amendment of the Nigerian Cooperative Act to bring it up to date with global best practices and local realities. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
This is the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. We have more stories when we return after the break. Stay with us.
شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن.
Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN, and Voice of Nigeria, VON, cordially invite the general public to its 19th annual Ramadan lecture. Topic: Faith, Politics and Power, the involvement of ulama in politics and its implications. Guest lecturer Sheikh Maruf Onike Abdulaziz, Chief Missioner NASFAT Worldwide. Chairman of the occasion, Idi Mukhtar Meha, Minister of Livestock Development. Special guest of honor, Muhammad Idris, Minister of Information and National Orientation. Royal Father of the Day, His Highness Mala Ahmed Nuhubamani, Emir of Zazzau. Chief Host, His Excellency Malam Ubasani, the Executive Governor, Kaduna State. Host, Malam Salihu Abdul Hamid Dembos, Director General NTA. Dr. Muhammad Bulama, Director General FRCN. Malam Jibril Babandachi, Director General, Voice of Nigeria. Venue, Lumana Multipurpose Center, River Close, off Jabi Road East, off Sultan Road, Kaduna. Date, 8 March 2025. Time, 9 a.m. Inshallah. For partnership or advert placement. Announcer, Organizing Committee.
Welcome back. The federal government has flagged off the 8 billion naira reconstruction and upgrade of Alo Dam project in Borno State with a commitment to ensuring timely completion. Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation Professor Joseph Userve performed the inauguration ceremony at a ceremony attended by Borno State Governor Babagana Umar Zulum and Minister of Agriculture and Food Security Abubakar Kyari, among other dignitaries. Alo Dam, which was constructed in 1986 to provide water for domestic and industrial needs as well as for agricultural purposes, collapsed in September 2024, resulting to loss of lives, homes and property within Maiduguri and Jere local government areas. As part of proactive response, the federal government set up technical assessment team to assess integrity tests on all dams across the country and recommended immediate reconstruction of the Alo Dam. Governor Zulum appreciated the federal government for its commitment to rebuilding Borno State and restoring livelihood on the citizenry, hence the approval of 8 billion naira for the project. First-time participants at the just concluded 2025 Nigerian International Energy Summit say the summit offered them a wealth of insight into Nigeria's burgeoning energy sector. Lydia Sampson reports.
With exhibitions across the entire energy spectrum, it's only natural for participants to also have diverse experiences. For me, it was about seeking out the first-timers.
I got to see innovative ways that they are coming up with things that can help in the energy industry, because I'm particularly interested in the energy industry, and sustainable ways that can help Nigeria grow, also the environment.
I now know how to upskill, because there was a session covering skill gaps that are needed in the oil and gas industry. So it's been very enlightening and eye-opening, and I'm grateful to NIES for thinking of holding this summit.
If you have the passion, I will encourage you to come into the space and just walk away from there.
I felt this year they even brought it closer to the marine sector, which is my field. So I'm happy and excited to interact with those like minds.
Their intriguing accounts spurred me to continue seeking more. This is the Nigeria International Energy Summit, and as a reporter, I go around the exhibition stands, and I was genuinely intrigued to see a water-focused agency also being part of the exhibition and the pavilion.
We'll be producing a lot of water when we are producing oil and gas. So they come hand in hand. And that water needs to be managed properly, sustainably, in a cost-effective way. Now the whole world, because of the population increase and then the need for water, because water is needed for every energy sector, that's why we call water energy nexus, because that water, if we can treat properly and manage sustainably, can actually help in irrigation, can actually help in agriculture, can actually help to generate new energies such as hydrogen, right? And things like that. So I think it's very important for us to look in water holistically as well.
Now we understand why a global governmental water organization should be involved in the gathering of oil and gas companies responsible for oil production and energy development. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
The Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room and the Nigerian Union of Journalists have reaffirmed their commitments to working collectively to promote credible, transparent and accountable elections and call on all stakeholders to uphold democratic principles and ensure the integrity of elections in Nigeria. This was at an advocacy meeting between the two groups in Abuja. Timothy Yusuf reports.
This advocacy meeting is to discuss issues bordering on electoral integrity in Nigeria.
The issue is that all of you are here, all of us are here because we are involved.
It brought together key stakeholders in the media and civil society to discuss potential partnership to promote credibility and accountability in Nigeria's elections, with the overall aim to foster a deeper understanding of election credibility, raise public awareness and strengthen advocacy efforts for reform in Nigeria's electoral processes. The meeting ended with an 18-point resolutions.
It's important at this moment in our history that we begin to engage with the media, trace some vital questions as we prepare for the 2027 general elections.
It is key for all of us to work together towards changing the narratives. If you go through our Constitution, Section 2, subsection 22, it is clearly stated that we are responsible to hold government accountable for their action. And I think it is high time for all of us as journalists to work together towards achieving that objectives.
The advocacy meeting enjoined media organizations to collaborate with civil society groups to enhance voter education and civic engagement in the country. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
This is the News Desk 3 on NTA News 24. Here is another look at our top stories. President Bola Tinubu has signed 2025 budget earlier passed by National Assembly, assured Nigerians of improved economy.
But through the economic discipline and strategic reforms, we achieve what many deemed impossible.
Soaring prices of food items. Soaring prices of food items now trending down low as Nigerians have begun this year's Ramadan fast. Welcome back. We'll now talk on World Seagrass Day. It is observed every first day of March. No action is too little or too much to wage war against climate change, including preservation of underwater life. Little wonder the United Nations took the bold step of celebrating World Seagrass Day to promote vital marine treasures given their role in enhancing the ecosystem. Mina Daniels reports on needs to protect seagrasses as the world marks the day.
Today, the global world celebrates seagrasses, one of the world's most vital ecosystems. But the big question might be, how does seagrasses contribute to biodiversity? Let's find out.
They are leaf-like organisms that are submerged in brackish and marine environments. And there are different types. You have the eel grass, you have the turtle, and they are nesting grounds for shellfishes, finfishes, macrophytes, and a lot of array of biodiversity. The beauty of it is that the crabs and the shrimps are pollination factors that help the seagrass to grow. It's also very important in medicinal purposes. They are used to treat skin disorders, they are used to treat ailments, and they are rich in iron.
Seagrasses are often overlooked, but they play an essential role in the health of oceans and the survival of life on Earth.
They are the major habitat for biodiversity in the sea, and they are the first line of defense against human pollution.
Despite their importance, seagrasses are under threat. Rising sea temperatures, pollution, and coastal development are destroying these ecosystems at an alarming rate.
It is funny that the seagrass awareness is key, because a lot of people are used to seaweed. Seaweed is all over the place, but seagrass is a little bit alien in the ears of people. The theme for this year's World Seagrass Day is grooming the youth and blooming the seagrass.
And that concludes the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Vivian Izadifi. Enjoy the rest of your day.